Hello there. Autumn fog could be a problem in Central Europe, but out in the Atlantic we've got weather fronts, and you can see the next one waiting in the wings, and that's going to arrive towards the British Isles over the next couple of days, whilst one clears its way through Central Europe but weakens all the time. So under clearer skies we've got the potential for some fog to form, and some of that may well be dense in places. At the same time on Friday, one weather front moves through. That's going to gradually push its way into Scandinavia. It's an improving picture though through parts of Turkey and Greece after recent heavy rainfall caused some issues here. We've got a good deal of fine weather, as you can see, through the Balkans, affecting parts of Italy as well, but don't forget that fog could be an issue. But once the fog lifts in many places, there will be some sunshine. Wet and windy weather moving its way into Norway and eventually into Sweden. It does look likely as we move into Saturday that we keep it on the mild side with a southerly wind, but unfortunately unsettled with yet more frontal systems pushing in off the Atlantic. So heavy rain, strong winds likely to be quite a feature. Let's take a look at the city forecast then. There's that rain across London and potentially into Paris for the second half of the weekend, improving though into next week. Fine and quiet and still largely mild across Madrid and Rome. Does look as though we will continue to see a good deal of dry weather, but on the cooler side towards Moscow, with temperatures down to freeze. Hello there. The remnants of Hurricane Eta will continue to move its way up through northern Florida and then get sucked into this weather front here. So a band of cloud and rain generally moving its way across the eastern seaboard. Behind it, something quieter, cooler up into the far northwest, and there's a significant winter storm arriving across the Pacific Northwest, affecting Western Canada, British Columbia and down into Oregon as well. Now elsewhere it does look as though the temperatures will start to tumble over the next few days once that system moves through. So we will see significant snow, maybe 20 to 30 inches potentially, heavy rain associated with it and some damaging gusts of winds as well. As I say, that moves through Oregon, maybe affecting northern parts of California, but generally speaking it's fine and quiet elsewhere. But look at the temperature drop is going to arrive through Denver from 16 on Friday down to 8 Celsius on Saturday, and getting colder into next week as well. Across that eastern seaboard, some heavy rain, the brighter colours denoting that. You can see through Washington, and that will move its way steadily eastwards over the next couple of days, but certainly an improving picture as we go through the day on Thursday. Some heavy rain easing to showers and then gradually improving into the weekend. So this is the story then, as you can see quite clearly. The rain will ease in New York, a better picture on Saturday. Hello there. There's a potential for another storm system to develop across Central America. More on that in just a moment. Let's first of all take a look at what's happening in South America. And most of the weather really is going to be centred across southern areas of Brazil, with some pretty intense showers over the next few days. Got some pretty active showers as well through the Amazon basin, and to the south of that it's largely fine and quiet. So let's take a look at those showers in a little more detail. And certainly across Venezuela and Colombia we'll see some heavier rain that extends its way into western Brazil. We've already talked about those sharper showers, which may well lead to some localised flooding across southern Brazil over the next few days. Fine with some sunshine into northern Argentina and into northern Chile. We've got some wet and windy weather down to the south as well. Here's our city forecast then. Over the next few days we keep those showers going into Bogota. Now it looks likely that we could see another storm system developing across Central America. Now for the moment Mexico looks fine and quiet, but as we move into Central America again on Thursday we've got a good deal of fine dry weather. But if we take a look a little bit further east, we've got some potential for some heavy rain. Now if this develops into a storm system, it's going to track its way westwards to perhaps parts of Honduras and Nicaragua, which were badly affected by Storm Eta just a few days ago. So we need to keep a close eye on that. It is going to stay pretty unsettled though in San Jose. Hello there. Storm Theta looks likely to be heading towards the Canaries and eventually into Madeira over the next couple of days. You can see it quite clearly on the satellite picture. That's going to bring some rough seas and very heavy rainfall with it. At the same time, just to the south of the equator, we've got some pretty intense rainfall as well. Now, elsewhere, it looks likely that we'll continue to see those temperatures a little below par across the Sahara, but there's a good deal of dry weather across North Africa over the next few days. So that's how we're looking for Friday. Friday. In terms of city forecast, it doesn't look as though we will continue to see that much in the way of change. Nairobi keeps some rain going. For Cape Town, we'll keep a good deal of dry weather over the next 5 days. Now, elsewhere, it looks likely that Khartoum will keep the best of the sunshine and the warmth. Temperatures are still likely to peak into the mid-30s. Now let's move over towards the Middle East, where things are largely fine and quiet. There's a little bit of fair weather cloud and there have been some showers across the north of Saudi and now moving its way into Iran. That's where the heaviest of the rain is likely to be. Elsewhere, it's all about light winds, a good deal of sunshine and not as hot as it has been just recently. So that's the story as we go through Friday, with the chance of little change actually over the next 5 days. A good deal of dry weather, still the risk of a few showers though cropping up in Kuwait. Hello there. Largely fine and quiet across much of South Asia at the moment. Yes, we have got some rain around and it's mostly to the south, as you'd expect really at this time of year. You can see the shower cloud across Sri Lanka, the southern tip of South Tamil Nadu and across that Kerala area as well. So that's going to be the story as we go through Thursday. To the north, we've got some clearer skies into Friday as well and a good deal of sunshine to come. So Friday, we should see those temperatures peaking into the mid-30s. Now, elsewhere across much of Central Asia, we've got a real contrast with the feel of the weather. Cold air pushing down into Kazakhstan. That is going to push its way steadily south and east over the next few days. We see some unsettled weather moving its way east out of Iran. Eventually, it'll push itself towards Afghanistan and Pakistan with some snow to higher ground as well. So by the middle of Friday afternoon, we've already talked about that sunshine up into the north and those sharper showers down to the south. The heaviest, most widespread perhaps through Sri Lanka. Northeastern states of India stretching up into Bangladesh and across to Nepal. Quiet, fine, with plenty of sunshine to look out for. Here's our city forecast then. The showers easing in Islamabad, but we keep plenty of sharp showers going into Colombo. Once that weather front moves through, we've got that colder air pushing out of Kazakhstan, gradually moving towards Tashkent. Hello there. Typhoon Vamkor made landfall across the Philippines during Thursday. It's now moving its way through the South China Sea and weakening somewhat. You can see quite clearly on the satellite picture, but it may well strengthen to typhoon status once again just before it pushes onshore across the east coast of Vietnam, unfortunately exacerbating the flooding situation that we've got there. To the north of that, it's largely fine and quiet across Japan, the Korean Peninsula, large area of high pressure dominating across much of China at the moment. There's Vamkor. Don't forget the brighter, vibrant colours denoting the intensity of that rainfall as it continues to track its way slowly north and west. Sharper showers across Malaysia and Indonesia continue. So there's a good deal of dry weather, and even through the Philippines, the weather story certainly improves as we head towards the weekend. Now into Australia, we will start to see some heat building over the next couple of days, particularly across South Australia. So we do have some wildfire alerts in the area as those temperatures are set to climb quite rapidly over the next couple of days. A weather front just to the south of New Zealand, but ahead of it we'll see a few isolated scattered showers and temperatures in Christchurch peaking at the 24 degrees. This is our city forecast over the next few days. A good deal of fine weather with that heat set to build.